So I'm just leaving my back door. I'm going to say it's about 20 to 5 Friday night, January 31st, I think it is. I'm excited. Right, so I've just joined this road. Guessing I'll be on this for 5 minutes. And then I'll cut off into the hills. I just thought I'd show you the view over to the below the hills. You might see in the long distance there the golf ball, the radar station. That'll form part of one of my next walks and camps. So I'm just going to walk up here for another 5 minutes and then I'll cut off into the hills here. Probably only going to be half an hour from home, which I'm glad of because it's getting dark. And frankly, I'm blowing out my arse already. Right, so I've come off the main road now, on the main road, the country road, and I've picked up on this track. It's obviously a well-used farm track. I'm led to believe that it goes around the back of the hill to our house. So I'm going to carry along here. Hopefully no one's pulling my chain, but apparently if I stay on this track, I'm going to say for a mile. I'll hang a left and up over the back of those hills there, which I've been looking to do for a while now. I'm quite excited. I've been up here in the snow before. I went so far and I turned around because it was a bit misty and I didn't really want to get lost on these hills. Just to show you how lucky we are in this part of the world. Looking over to the south, we have these majestic lampposts, these majestic mountains in the distance, all forming part of the Lowther Hills. I can't remember the name of it. I'll put a name afterwards, but it forms part of the Southern Upland Way, I think. Goes from coast to coast. A bit beyond my capabilities just now, but maybe in a while when we've done some more training, we'll get stuck into it. It's quite nice because we're starting to move away from the road a little bit now on this trail. We've come up a little bit of an elevation. You might just get a peek of the road here, but there are some incredible properties in this part of the world. Just had a grouse then. I think this one is where the main gamekeeper stays, who looks after the Lead Hills estate. But what a view. And panning round, this basically follows the road down to Elvenfoot. You can probably just make out the winding burn there. And believe it or not, we're maybe 45 miles from Glasgow. Many of you have heard of the Clyde, the great river that runs through Glasgow. All of these little burns coming from the Lowther Hills, they all feed into the Clyde and then eventually make all the way up to Glasgow. It's quite incredible. Okay, so I think I might have missed my turning to make my way up this hill here. So I'm going to head on down this track here. You see quite a drop in elevation, and then there's a little track that runs across the side of that hill there. So I'm going to take that track and see where we get to. So that didn't quite work out as planned. So I'm back on the track, and there's quite, maybe a bit lumpy, but patches of grass next to the track with quite a nice view to wake up to in the morning. Someone's got the same idea down there with a camper. I think I'm just going to walk on a little bit further to see if I can find any openings that are flat enough. Probably not, but you know, I don't mind staying quite close to the track. I'm far enough away from home now that I'm not going to bottle it and run home during the night. Quite a nice patch here. In a little bit of, you can't see it, but it's in a little bit of a bowl. See what the ground's like underfoot. Oh yeah, that's really quite nice and dry. There's no squidginess there. And that's quite a nice flat spot there. You can see it's getting dark now because there's headlights in the distance. Yeah, do you know what? This might be quite nice for the night here. Wow, it feels amazing. I've got my tent set up, my home for the night set up. You can't see it, but I can still see the snow on the hills. I can see just a faint light in the distance where the weather station is. I just checked a second ago. It's pushed down to just over 2 degrees. But fortunately I don't feel cold yet. I think it's because this little, you obviously won't see it, this little crevice that I'm in, it's just keeping me out of the wind. Right, so what I've got here is I've just measured out enough water to make a cup of coffee. Et voila! I'm not going to lie to you, I've absolutely smashed it. A cup of coffee made in rapid time. Wow, it's just as I imagined it would be. I can just see the tops of the hills, just the silhouette. I'm lying here on my waterproofs on the heather. It's giving me a bit of protection, a bit of softness. Found a couple of rocks under the side of my tent. I've just not dug them out, but pulled those out. The tent's looking pretty robust. We're not forecast any high winds, although last weekend was that storm Ewan, if that's how you pronounce it. I did actually go for a little walk when the winds had calmed down up to the reservoir in the low the hills over there. Pretty spectacular. I took a few pictures. I've posted those. Wow, it's what I wanted it to be. I spoke quite candidly a couple of weeks ago. 3 weeks ago now, actually. 4 weeks ago, I decided I was going to start coming out and trying to wild camp. Some of you might say, well, it's not hard, but you know what? It's a bit of planning, and my autistic side kicks in, and the bag has to be packed right, and I didn't have much time to pack my bag, but I did empty it out and put it back in again. And do you know what? I just had to bite the bullet and go for it in the end. I won't say I've got OCD, but I do like things to be just. So do you know what? If anybody's seen anything that, oh, you didn't put that guy rope in correctly, or it wasn't at 45 degrees, or honestly, I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn from the camping community. So just let me know. I won't be offended. Don't swear at me though, please. So yeah, I'm just lying, having a cup of coffee. It's a bit strong because my wooden spoons. Well, I couldn't measure it properly. But do you know what? I'm just going to lie here and just enjoy the quiet. You can hear a plane going over. We are actually in the flight path south to north of London up to, it's probably flying to Glasgow, I guess. You do get a couple of the big Emirates flights come over. I don't think that's it, because you hear a big it's a lot deeper than that. It's almost gone now. Just wow. So I'm just going to fidget about a little bit because I'm making another cup of tea here. Coffee. Keep saying tea, don't know why. I'm just going to fidget. I'm going to see if you don't mind. I'm loving this stove. It needs the little gas bottle stand. So just all into place. Too much of that. You done? Yeah. Sure, we can't see it actually. So yeah, it's getting a bit colder now. Make another cup of coffee, and then I'll not necessarily feeling that hungry, surprisingly. Fair bit of food with me, but we'll see later on, and maybe have a wee bite later on. Giving up with a wooden spoon, we're just pouring now. And I think we'll have lift off here. Just put some here ready. It's going to be quite strong, but that'll be nice. Got some coffee in the morning. Big old muffled fingers there. There we go. We've got lift off. I'm interested to see how many boils. I mean, I'm not boiling a lot of water each time, which is I'm told you're supposed to do, because this will boil apparently. I think it's 800 millilitres of water in 4 minutes or something like that. But I'm just doing little bits at a time to save the gas. But I was saying I'm kind of keen to see how many boils it will 100 gram gas canister will last. Obviously I had a little play with it at home when the gas arrived, just to make sure I knew how it works and everything. But yeah, it's just a great little machine, that is. Machine, the right word? Device. Quite a device. It's as if someone's just showing me the stars. Someone up there is just with a needle through a bit of cloth with a big torch behind it. It's beautiful. I'm sorry guys, I can't show you that. I really am, but I'm going to turn the light off and just admire this for a second. Do you know what? I'm going to lie here. You'll be like, what is this guy talking about? It's black. It is pitch black, right. But I've just spun around and you see my face. Oh man, I'm so happy. Oh man, I'm...